Hello, my name is Alexander. In this series of lessons, you and I will animate trend backgrounds for Instagram, YouTube and UX design. And then we will use to make stories then shorts on social media. Link to the lesson in the top right corner of the video. Version for items in Premiere Pro at the link below the video. Version for After Effects as well. The main goal of this series of lessons, show you how the most commonly used effects work, and also their combination. So let's start the background number 313. Consider its implementation in several versions. For convenience, in the project we can all do in Essential Graphics panel, open Effect Controls. As you can see, I used a lot of effects. Let's see how they work together. And how does the location of these effects affect for their simultaneous work together. I used the brightness and contrast effect twice. If you can't find effect controls, from the top of the main control panel, select Windows. Next Effect Controls. Using the slider control effect and null object, I moved the effect control to the Essential Graphics panel. If you can't find IT Essential Graphics panel, from the top on the main control panel select Windows. Next Essential Graphics panel. Therefore, create a null object. Right-click New. Next Null Object. Next, go to the panel Effects and Presets. If you can't find it, from the top of the main control panel, select Windows. Further Effects and Presets. We choose Slider Control Effect, and apply it to the null object. Copy it once with the command Ctrl or CMD+D. Next, rename the slider control effect to brightness and contrast. And let's follow the steps below to transfer them to the Essential Graphics panel. If I place them from the bottom of all the effects, we get this version of the animation. If from the top, then another option, we include. Then eliminate one of the two brightness and contrast effect. We move them. Regarding other effects, as you can see the location of the effects changes their performance. With other effects, so are other effects. Try to arrange different effects differently, and you will understand how they change their influence. You also need to know that some effects when changing location lose the ability to change their intensity in the Essential Graphics panel. Using my project you can change the background in different ways. Link to the project under the video in the description. Next, change the glass effect. We see what is happening. Next, change the directional blur, size, amount, complexity in the Essential Graphics panel refers to the turbulent display effect. They were also connected to via the slider control effect to the Essential Graphics panel. We see what happens when you change the parameters. Next, change the CC radial fast blur. We see what is happening. Next, change the color balance. Glow. We include, and change the location and the parameters of the effect. It is seen that the background structure is not the same. This is due to the multicolored lines, yellow and other colors. Open Photoshop and try to clone different parts of the background with the help of a strain. This will help us understand I can still change the background. Change the background, and replace it with After Effects. You can see how the result changes when you change the background in Photoshop. This is the first part of the lesson. Let's move on. We open the second option, background 313. This is the same background as the first, but I ruled out color balance and CC radial fast blur. Changed the settings and placed on top of the glass effect. Add an adjustment layer. Applied hue saturation effect in colorize mode and curves effect and got a golden hue. Then I made a few more options for background 313 and different effect settings for them.